I champion the bass. I'm all about hearing it in the mix, like a lot of '70s records, like the bass is up front. I always, note Geezer Butler as one of my first influences, and I mean, it's just huge, and it fills it out.
Anyway, what's up, everybody? It's Keefy at GhostColdBag.com, and I, of course, talking to Ryan Waste. Today, we're going to talk about the new Bat album and whatever else is clever. What's up, brother?
Just hanging, man. Great to talk to you again.
Just hanging. Yeah, man. I love seeing your face. I love seeing your band. You know, so many memories over the years and all the different projects from the guys. Tony's got a killer punk band. I don't know if people know about it or hip to it, but they're playing around my way soon. I hope to go check it out. But yeah, man, Bat, I'm so high on Bat, dude. Like, this is such a great little outlet for you. And I think I've never got the chance to ask you, like, obviously, what do you get out of Bat that you don't get to put into Waste?
Well, I get to play bass, which is my first instrument, and I've said it a lot. It still hasn't sunk in that people's like, "Oh, wow, you play bass?" It's like, yeah, I've played bass since I was 13, and it's not much different from the guitar, but it's my first love, and it's cool to do a three-piece as well. That's another difference where Nick gets to shine on the leads, Chris is hitting the drums, and everyone's got to be on their game with a three-piece. And I'm singing, which was something I just dove in head first with, man. Never really planned on doing it that way, but it's worked out so far, and I'm digging writing these tunes with these guys.
Amazing. You sound great as a vocalist, and actually, you, as a former bassist, a retired bassist, you play bass like a metal bassist should play bass. I think a lot of people underrate the bass, especially in thrash.
I agree.
And bass is, you ever go to a show and the bass cuts out from the PA and you just hear tinny
Everything's gone.
Guitars?
It's the foundation. Yeah,
it's fucking no balls. Just no balls. Not to mention, again, bass playing is a lot more than just doubling guitar. And there's a lot of tasty bass stuff on this record. I'm really glad to hear it because, again, bass is my first love.
That's great, man. Well, yeah, and I champion the bass. I'm all about hearing it in the mix, like a lot of '70s records, like the bass is up front. I always, note Geezer Butler as one of my first influences, and I mean, it's just huge, and it fills it out. And for me, it's like I am the rhythm guitar player because there's only three of us up there, so you got to have it distorted. It's got to hold it down when Nick's doing his lead. So I mean, it's a key element.
Absolutely. I'm also a big fan. I know people shit on Kiss, but Gene Simmons bass playing
I love
on the
Kiss.
70s Kiss records, his sound, the way the bass is recorded to kind of copy Paul McCartney, and also like just his incredible. He is a really great bass player. People shit on Kiss, but they shouldn't. Maybe for other stuff.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it's a personality thing with him, but other than that, man, I'm a huge Kiss fan. I have a Kiss phone, like a landline. Anytime someone calls me, it goes off and scares the shit out of my dog. I just unplugged it for this because it's been going off during these interviews today.
What is it? What is the ring? Is it have a special ring? What does it do?
Yeah, it plays I Just Want to Rock and Roll All Night, but it starts with the most high-end monotone drums. And usually I'm sleeping. It's connected to my cell phone, like on a Bluetooth. So it rings and my dog freaks out. And like, I've never missed a phone call ever again now.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I'll grab it here. I'll show it to you.
Sorry for your dog and your dog's PTSD. That makes me very sad that your dog is stressed out, but I love to see this phone.
So it's the Destroyer phone.
Yes. Oh my God.
Look at this. This is a regular landline phone I can talk on. I just unplugged it so I could actually bring it in here, but yeah,
my little 4-year-old heart just exploded. If I could see that back then, my brain would have melted. I had all the Kiss stuff growing up, but yeah, man. And Geezer, of course, is the genius, man. And not to mention, he also wrote the lyrics, so you can relate.
Yeah, he's underrated. Great songwriter. Yeah, lyric writer. I'm glad that people know that he wrote most of the lyrics.
I'm sad he's kind of basically retired, but like, good for him. Like, he deserves.
Hey, I mean, the guy's had a hell of a career, man.
Yeah. I just feel bad he couldn't make another band work again like GZR, which I absolutely love, by the way. You can get those. You can get those on vinyl now, by the way. Those first couple of records. I
just got his book, man.
His book is dope, bro.
It's
one of the best. Like, if the Geddy Lee book didn't also come out last year, it was far and away my favorite. Far and away my favorite. Like, honestly, it's better than Ozzy's book. I love Ozzy to death, but like, it's better than Ozzy's book. And Iommi's book is pretty good, but Geezer really put him, like, I don't know how, as an artist, like, I know you don't give two shits what anyone thinks about you. I met you, but like, Geezer really threw himself on the sword. Like, I did this wrong. I did that wrong. Do you know how hard this was for me to be a vegetarian in the 70s in England?
Yeah.
Like, he really let it all hang out.
Man.
He really let it fly. which I love the honesty. And speaking of honesty, I love these lyrics, man. They're so fun. And, just there's so many cool little call outs. I know that you like threw the whole kitchen sink out with this record and these songs.
It was fun to write, man. Like, it was during the pandemic. We actually, all three of us were in a room writing. And I would literally, if I didn't already have lyrics or an idea, I would go home the same night we wrote the song and write lyrics. That's how psyched I was on it. Cause it was just the creativity was just flowing between me and Nick and Chris. And there was nothing else to do in the world but just write tunes and be pissed off. And that was our outlet, man.
Everybody needed one. I know that not everybody was able to make music during the dark times, as I like to call them, the before times, or the during times. But no shade to anybody who was like, "Yo, I can't work because I don't know what's going to happen if I have my rent to pay or anything, or do I have to go get a job and give up my dreams?" So anybody who was able to make music and create stuff during that time that we're getting to enjoy now, fully appreciate it. Full
Yeah, I
respect.
mean, we did that, and I wrote a script too. I was working on this film idea I had since 2013. I actually got to, via Zoom meetings like this with Norman Cabrera and my friend Jamie Thompson. The three of us wrote a heavy metal horror script that I'd already had about half of it done, and we finished that during the pandemic too. So I mean, I just actually had time to do these things that I'd never do. It was good.
Ryan, the future filmmaker. I can't wait. That's great, man.
Yeah, I'm psyched.
Big horror fan here. I can't wait. That's gonna be awesome. The bar is not set very high for metal horror comedy. So like,
There's some good ones out there, man, but
there's a
I'm
few.
trying to take from all that and put my own spin on it, from my own experience, but making it supernatural, really.
Word. I know you've been doing it for a long time, but have you found any challenges trying to like, do you write and play at the same time so you make sure you can, pull it
Well, I'll
all
try
off
to.
live?
What's cool about bass is you can just ride a root note when the vocals come in. So I do think about that ahead of time. I have written stuff that's difficult to sing and play at the same time, but the more you do it, you just, like I said, you dive in head first, and then it becomes second nature. So I mean, there's stuff I didn't think I could do, and I'm just doing it now. It's just, if you don't think about it, if you turn that side of your brain off, you can just do it. There's nothing, no better practice than just out go playing it live, really.
Repetition is the key. That's how I used to do it. You just got to drill yourself like
Yeah.
a drill sergeant. By the way, I didn't say the album title because I'm a Nimrod. Under the Crooked Claw is coming out.
All right.
Nuclear Blast, and like I said offline, I'm a huge fan of the previous record and all the singles and splits with Tank Crimes. Shout out to Scotty. Tank Crimes just interviewed him recently.
That's the boy right there.
He's fam. He's Municipal Waste fam. You guys were just out on the Brain Squeeze tour, which we covered, and I know he's Scotty forever, man. That guy.
Well,
is
I don't know if you know this, but we're flipping it around, and Necrot has a record coming out, and Bat's going to support them in June with our new record.
I will be at the first show in Berkeley. I promise you. You'll see my face.
Oh, right on.
My battle vest and my chubby this fucking face. You can't get rid of me.
So you're going out to the first show, but are you in Mass, or you're?
I'm in the Bay Area. I used to live in Mass. That's
Okay,
why
got it.
That's why I mentioned the.
I was like, wow, man, if you are diehard flying out,
I wish.
Cornerstone.
I used to do shit like that. Yeah, Cornerstone, Berkeley. I used to do shit like that actually, and I just saw just not randomly, not thrash, but I just saw Brutus from Belgium, who were like, they'd never come to America, and they're finally doing they did a little mini tour, and now they're doing some festivals. So it's like, I like them, kind of like droney post metal avant-garde shit, but like they're very catchy and have like a lot of big parts. So I was pleasantly surprised. They packed that shit, and I've seen a lot of
Cornerstone.
Cornerstone Berkeley. I've seen a lot of great shows.
I've never played there, so
it's fun, good. Nice venue, good size, nice little merch area dedicated to the side of the stage. Seems like a very pro place. Good lighting, good sound. And as far as I'm concerned, I've seen a bunch of shows there.
I think we'll do it.
Yeah, man. So yeah, very excited. Necrot's new album is a banger. Bat's new album is a banger. It's going to be a fun night. Yeah. And but yeah, like before the tour, man. Anything else? I know we got a video for Streetbanger.
That just came out. Yep.
So fun, so much fun, dude, to see you guys like rip it up in a room. I assume that's your practice spot.
That is our room, yeah. And I've been hanging flyers in that room from the get-go for a moment like this. I wanted there to be something behind us. Every corner you look, every inch of that room is covered in something that's meaningful to us. Whether it's like a influence or old flyer or something. But yeah, I got to direct that, which was just guerrilla style, walking the streets kind of thing, and we kind of made it up as we went along. And Jeff Howlett, who is a real close friend of the band, did photos for our record, and he's like a documentary filmmaker. Have you ever seen a band called Death?
Of course, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
so he
him.
did that, and which is a killer documentary, and he's become a real friend and ally of the band, and he was happy enough to have him come up from North Carolina and shoot it. And then yeah, Right for Exorcism we did with Norman Cabrera, who is my film partner that I was speaking of earlier for Exit Stage Death, which is the name of the horror movie we're working on. And yeah, Norman is like next level. Like, I mean, I can't thank him enough for bringing his skills to the other video. We're doing a second one with him too, for Revenge of the Wolf. So there'll be a third music video when the album drops.
That's actually my favorite track on the record.
Is it?
Yeah,
That
no
jumped
shit.
out at him. Well, he's a
Mhm.
werewolf guy. He's a werewolf specialist out in Hollywood. So he's like, I got to do a video for this. I was like, all right, well, will you do Right for Exorcism first, and then we can do that? And he's like, yeah, we'll do two for one. So we banged it out, So hopefully that'll drop right on time when the record comes out.
Fuck yeah! I celebrate Werewolf Wednesday every week, so
Yeah,
I'm a
you,
werewolf. I'm a Wolfman
you should
guy.
follow Norman if
OG.
you don't
Yeah,
already, because he puts a picture up every Wednesday.
yeah.
Yeah,
I think our house account has followed Norman. I'll
yeah.
do it on my personal though, just to give the extra
I just
support.
got off the phone with him today, man. Like right before this. I mean, that guy. That's the only guy I know working harder than anyone in our camp, man. That guy's like he's going to Seattle to shoot a movie right now.
Amazing. Is there a just to jump around? Is there a time frame for you to make your film, or is it gonna bat right
Well,
now?
well, it's like you need the money first, which is always the hardest part. Honestly, we haven't really shopped it around for money yet. I mean, I keep saying, yeah, I'm trying to get funding, but I honestly haven't put the effort in that I'm about to. I wanted to get the script like perfect because you only get one shot with some of these people that are investors. You want them to want it. You want them to be impressed enough to see your vision come alive. And it's not one of those things I want to keep independent. I would never give it to a studio to ruin it, or never, man. So I got to see this thing through, whether I'm directing, co-directing, or definitely producing. It's just, I'm not going to let my ideas that I've had for 15 years just get handed off. So like anything, I'm going to see it through,
It's
Norman
like
as
you.
well.
Yeah, it's like your music. It's your baby. You don't want to let
Yeah.
it go. You don't want to let it go and give it off to someone else. I know your spirit. You're always going to be a DIY dude. A label, no
Exactly.
label, movie studio, whatever. Do you have a favorite indie horror film ever, or in general, your favorite horror movie ever?
I mean, I do all these lists, so, sometimes I'm like, oh man, then I always forget one. I always say Phantasm's my favorite. Obviously, we've sampled, and that was indie when he made it, but it became like a huge franchise. I mean, that's a more accessible one. I love all the heavy metal horror movies: Black Roses, Rocktober Blood, Shock 'Em Dead, Trick or Treat, Blood Tracks. Like there's so many. But yeah, I mean, I do these lists and stuff too, and I'm always like, ah man, I should have added this movie, but I get over saying this is the best because then I get held to that. So hopefully my movie will be up there one day.
Would love to see a big Trick or Treat fan right here. This guy,
Yeah,
and
I got
yes,
the I
yep.
keep right behind me. I keep the LP because it's my favorite soundtrack, definitely for a heavy metal movie. Fast Wave, fucking
Yeah, dude.
incredible. Fast Eddie.
Yeah. Oh, dude, he was so great. Oh my god. The best, man. In terms of Under the Crooked Claw, obviously you got the big tour coming up. I love the artwork of this record. I hope we're gonna see that on shirts and scrims. It's
For
like,
sure.
I always feel like with Waste, the shirts are iconic and the album artwork is iconic. Like you guys strive for so high, like such a high mark. And I feel like the
Yeah,
Bat record
it's
has the
equally as
same,
important as the music
like
for me.
Simple was good on the earlier records, but I love this like gnarly album cover, man. It's so
You
fun.
were you were going for like a Italian like pulp kind of cover, like a horror pulp comic cover. And yeah, I mean my buddy Brandon Holt knocked it out of the park with that. He did the inking. He's more of a black and white guy. And then we actually had Margaret Roleski who did the bat fabrication, who made the costume. She painted it after he inked it. So we had a little combo deal on that. And yeah, I'm super happy with it too.
Maybe we can get like a Bat character to come out on stage.
If I can get it here, I'll get it for you right now. Hold on.
Oh yeah, for real? Yes. Let's do it.
We're bringing in.
Yes. Yes.
This is the actual 3D mask that she made. Margaret made from the first music video that we did bring this out on stage with wings every once in a while. It was not necessarily made to be a staged character like Eddie, but we got real excited when it was first made. So some of the early shows that made an appearance, and but if anything, it's a great reference to give artists to do a three-dimensional design. That's what I sent to Brandon to get the 3/4 profile of the bat striking on the new record cover. So yeah, and it lives in my bed. I look at this every day, this mask. I'm a big mask collector. So this is definitely my prized possession. Based
That's
on
ama-
the Wings of Chains art from,
that's
Infected
amazing.
Arts.
I'm sorry to say that I'm a 50 plus year old man that has a couple of plushies, and I need like a bat plushie. Like I need a snowy plushie from Gamma Bomb, and I need a bat plushie. But
Okay, well,
because I'm a
we'll see if
weirdo.
we can get
But
you some stuffed animals and tuck you in one night.
please do. Bedtime with Ryan. Good night,
Yeah,
Moon. Good night, Keefy.
yeah. Good
Good
night,
night.
Moon. There you
Good
go.
night,
Yeah.
Ghost Cult. Yeah, bro. You know what? You know what, man? Like your spirit has always been just like you're always very easygoing and approachable. I met you for the first time. We were talking about Worcester and Massachusetts when I lived there, and I saw Waste for the first time at the Palladium at a metal fest and on tour countless times. And I feel like you just exude like a friendliness that helps you like make new friends and fans. And
I
like you
appreciate
just have a
that.
very
Well,
down to earth dude.
it's it's easier way to be. I mean, if I'm in a bad mood, I probably don't leave the dressing room because I don't want to bum anyone else out. But yeah, I like to meet everybody, and we're from a DIY background, doing our own shows, and that's how you gain anything. You just meet people and stick with the same crew, and just it's always expanding.
Good deal, man. That's the way you do it. That's how you have longevity. You get people you trust, and you don't. I know it's hard. Like I tell people, touring is really hard. They don't understand. Even at the highest levels, on buses and comfort and hotel rooms, it's still
Man,
hard.
we just got back from South America where we flew. This is Bat and Exciter. We just got back a few days ago, and we flew every single night and played the next day. And then there's 2 nights in a row where I just didn't sleep and just played 2 shows in a row, and it's takes a toll on you, man. But it was totally worth it, to play down in South America.
It's amazing. Exciter is so good right now. By the
They're
way,
so killer. Yeah, they're one of my
recommend
favorite bands
live.
growing up. It's just great to get stories from Dan Beeler. He was telling me all these old Motorhead stories. It just what a solid guy, man, and just still killing it.
Word to the bird. What else you got going on the rest of the year after this Bat tour with Necrot?
So we go to Australia with Waste. That's why I actually have to leave the Bat tour early. We leave before it goes to Canada, and then we go to Australia with Waste. Then we come back. Bat's got a festival, Muddy Roots, which is in Tennessee, kind of a all over the place country punk kind of fest thing. And then we got Europe with Cannibal Corpse. That's Waste. And then we're still planning out the end of the year. Hopefully some more Bat stuff.
Right on. Strike while the iron is hot. I know you
Yeah.
always got a lot of stuff going on and brewing. I always like to end these interviews with a wild card question. And since you're such a friendly and cool guy, I think you'll like this one. This is the who comes to dinner. If Ryan is throwing a dinner party at his house and you can invite 3 people, family, friends, alive, dead, heroes, what villains, whoever you want, who do you invite and what do you serve them?
All right. So let's resurrect Phil Lynott from Thin Lizzy. I've always such a huge Thin Lizzy fan and heard he was a nice dinner guest, so that should work out. Let's see. So we got to do 2 others. Let's it sounds so cliche to bring Lemmy, but I did get to meet Lemmy one time and spent like about an hour with him, and he was a gentleman as well, so I could assume that he would be good at dinner, and we should bring a female into it. And someone asked me like who how would you want to be killed in a horror movie the other day, and I said I wanted Leanna Quigley to chop my head off with a chainsaw. So I think to make up for that, maybe we'll serve her some food, and maybe she won't kill me so quick. So she's still alive. So bring one living person there. She seems like a lot of fun with a lot of stories to tell at the table. She could dance on top of the table like Return of the Living Dead too, and kick our plates off if it comes down to it.
Word. What do you serve? What's the menu?
Oh, definitely chicken wings, like spicy buffalo wings, because I'm a wing head. Wings of Chains kind of loosely is based on chicken wings. But I mean, like a good steak too. I'm a meat eater. Maybe some vegetables. Like let's keep it easy. You got you got an Irishman and a Britishman, so throw some potatoes in there for Phil. And they're used to eating like shit in England, so I think they'll be happy with whatever else they got.
The Lemmy documentary, he was happy with just chips, bro. He didn't need anything
Yeah,
else.
we can do potatoes 2 ways. We'll do some boiled potatoes for Phil and just some chips with vinegar for old Lem.
Do you have a favorite hot sauce for your wings?
Yeah, I just prefer like the Frank's Red. I mean, that's what's supposed to be on wings. Like it's that with margarine. That's the deal. Extra crispy. That's how I like it.
All righty. Good answer, good stuff, good times. Ryan, man, always a pleasure to see you, brother.
You're welcome, man.
I'll see you at the Berkeley show on the
Yeah,
Necrod
come
tour.
come say what's up at the merch table, man. I'll be out there chilling out.
Definitely, I'll pick up some stuff. And Under the Crooked Claw comes out from Nuclear Blast May 17th. I'm
And you can
Keefy
order
from
it
Ghost
now
Cult.
too.
You can please
Yeah,
order it. We'll have all the links to follow and buy everything. And I'll see you on the
killer.
road. Be safe, bro.
All right, man. Take it easy.